As a Jesus follower, what ultimate value is your life to the nations? How much of a difference can any one Christian ever make to his or her own generation? In the global advance of Christ's kingdom, do you and I really matter all that much? Well, I've got good news for you, and it can be summed up in one simple principle, which is this: because of who Christ is, working through us in His spectacular supremacy, each of us means far more to the world than we realize. Well, Session 7 of the Christ Institutes explores this principle in depth. Remember how Jesus told His disciples in Acts 1 that when the power of the Holy Spirit came upon them, they would become His witnesses to the very ends of the earth. Why is that? Well, for one thing, we might describe the power of the Holy Spirit as an extension of the ascension. In other words, the Holy Spirit brings believers into such intimacy with Christ in His supremacy that from His throne, our King is able to extend and sustain His saving ministry through each of us without limitations, either on what He does with us or how far He goes with us. And in this session, we explore the implications of this wonderful promise from various perspectives. We ask, for example, where does Christ's ministry to the world through us begin? And we learn that it begins by enlarging the extent of our vision of all that He is. Why? Because the greater our vision of the supremacy of Christ, the more open we become, the more eager we become, the more expectant we become about what He wants to accomplish through us without limits. This one truth alone is explosive stuff. And that's just where we begin in Session 7 of the Christ Institutes. Please join me.